Imagine a world where the vast blue expanse of the Red Sea, a pivotal artery of global trade and influence for millennia, was not under the dominion of Roman legions or later European navies, but rather by an African empire largely unknown to the Western world until centuries after its zenith. This was the audacious reality of the Kingdom of Aksum, a power that rose from the fertile highlands of what is now Ethiopia and Eritrea, transforming itself from a regional force into a maritime superpower long before the maps of Europe even bothered to sketch its existence. Our story begins not with a grand battle, but with the quiet hum of commerce. By the 1st century CE, while Rome's gaze was fixed firmly on the Mediterranean and its burgeoning empire, Aksum was already a thriving hub. Nestled strategically at the crossroads of Africa and Arabia, its location was a gift from the gods of trade. From its earliest days, Aksum leveraged its proximity to the Red Sea, not just for local exchange, but for a burgeoning international network. Goods flowed through its markets like a river, gold from the interior of Africa, ivory from its vast plains, frankincense and myrrh from its aromatic hills, spices from distant India, and silks from far-off China. The Aksumites, shrewd merchants and ambitious navigators, understood that control of the sea was not merely about owning ships, but about commanding the ports, the routes, and the very flow of wealth. One of their earliest and most significant strategic moves was the development of Adulis, their bustling port city on the Red Sea coast. Adulis was not just a dock, it was a vibrant, multicultural metropolis, a testament to Aksum's outward-looking nature. Here, Greek, Roman, Egyptian, and Indian merchants mingled with Aksumite traders, their languages a cacophony of commerce. The Periplus of the Erythraean Sea, a Greek mariner's guide from the 1st century CE, offers us a rare glimpse into this vibrant world, detailing Adulis's importance as a trading center for ivory tortoise shells and even rhinoceros horn, alongside Aksum's primary exports. This wasn't merely passive trade, it was active engagement, with Aksumite ships, sturdy and swift, plying the waters from the coasts of Arabia to the distant shores of India, forging a powerful maritime presence. The true turning point, however, came with the reigns of Aksumite kings, who understood that commercial power could be translated into political and military dominance. By the 3rd century CE, Aksum's ambitions stretched beyond mere trade. They began to exert their influence across the Red Sea, particularly over the Himyarite kingdom in modern-day Yemen. This wasn't an act of wanton aggression, but a calculated move to secure their trading interests and establish uncontested control over the vital sea lanes. The Himyarites, a powerful kingdom in their own right, initially posed a formidable challenge. Yet, Aksum's military prowess, fueled by the wealth of its trade and a sophisticated understanding of naval logistics, proved superior. The Aksumite navy, though details are scarce, was undoubtedly a force to be reckoned with, capable of transporting troops and maintaining supply lines across the turbulent waters. A dramatic revelation of Aksum's growing power came during the reign of King Ezana in the 4th century CE. Ezana, a figure of immense historical significance, oversaw a period of remarkable expansion and transformation. Initially a polytheist, Ezana famously converted to Christianity, a move that would profoundly shape Aksum's future and its relationship with the wider world. This conversion wasn't just a spiritual shift, it had profound political implications. It brought Aksum into the orbit of the Byzantine Empire, solidifying its position as a major Christian power in the East. But even before his conversion, Ezana's military campaigns were pushing the boundaries of Aksumite influence. His inscriptions, carved in Ge'ez, Greek and Sabaean, boast of victories over various peoples, including the Kushites to the north and the Beja to the west. effectively securing Aksum's land-based trade routes and consolidating its hinterland. However, the most significant demonstration of Aksum's Red Sea dominance under Ezana was its intervention in Himyar. By the early 6th century, religious tensions were escalating in Himyar, with a Jewish king, Yusuf du Nuwas, persecuting Christians. This presented Aksum, now a staunchly Christian kingdom, with both a moral imperative and a strategic opportunity. Under the command of King Kaleb, Ezana's successor, Aksum launched a massive military expedition across the Red Sea. The scale of this invasion was unprecedented for an African power at the time. Thousands of Aksumite soldiers, transported by a formidable fleet, landed on the Arabian Peninsula. The ensuing conflict was brutal, but Aksum emerged victorious, overthrowing Yusuf du Nuwas and establishing a Christian protectorate in Himyar. This was a stunning display of Aksum's ability to project power far beyond its borders, a testament to its naval supremacy and its logistical capabilities. For a brief but significant period, the Kingdom of Aksum effectively controlled both sides of the southern Red Sea, turning it into an Aksumite lake, a strategic choke point under their undisputed sway. But even the mightiest empires faced their challenges. The rise of Islam in the 7th century CE marked a profound shift in the geopolitical landscape of the Red Sea. The nascent Islamic caliphates, with their own ambitions and growing naval power, began to challenge Aksum's dominance. While the initial interactions between Aksum and the early Muslims were complex, often characterized by a degree of tolerance and even mutual respect, particularly due to the Aksumite refuge offered to early Muslim converts, the long-term trend was clear. The Red Sea, once Aksum's uncontested domain, became a contested waterway. The flow of trade began to shift, and Aksum's economic lifelines were gradually constricted. This wasn't a dramatic, singular defeat, but a slow, inexorable erosion of their maritime power. One of the most intriguing mysteries surrounding Aksum's decline is the exact nature of its interactions with the rising Islamic powers. While direct conflict was certainly a factor, there's also evidence of continued, albeit diminished, trade. The Aksumite kingdom, though no longer the unchallenged master of the Red Sea, adapted. Its focus shifted more towards its inland territories, and its power eventually receded from the coastal areas, leading to the gradual decline of Adulis as a major port. The precise reasons for this shift are still debated by historians, but the ascendancy of new maritime powers in the Arabian Peninsula undeniably played a significant role. The story of Aksum's Red Sea dominion is a powerful reminder that history is not solely written by the powers we commonly associate with global influence. It's a testament to the ingenuity, ambition, and strategic brilliance of an African kingdom that for centuries shaped the course of trade and politics in a vital global artery. Their feats of maritime power, their sophisticated trading networks, and their audacious military expeditions across the sea challenge conventional narratives about ancient civilizations. But what truly led to Aksum's eventual retreat from the Red Sea, and what forgotten technologies or diplomatic maneuvers might have marked its final years of naval supremacy? If you found this journey into the untold history of Aksum as captivating as we did, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to History Off the Map for more forgotten tales, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on this incredible African empire. What other unknown stories from African or Asian history would you like us to explore?